Hello everyone, welcome back to Autognizant channel. We are going to continue from where we left off. We had started Selenium IDE series and we had covered its introduction and we also covered how to manage project in Selenium IDE and its basics. We even recorded a simple login script as well. So today's topic is test case reuse. Basically, we don't want to record same script, same flow again and again. That is not a wise thing to do. So without further delay, let's get started. I have already opened Selenium IDE window. Let me open our existing project, that is Selenium IDE dot side. So this is the script that we had recorded earlier. It is a successful login script. Now let me create a new script for unsuccessful login. So let me add a new test. Let me give a name that is unsuccessful login, and I'm gonna start recording. So I'm gonna hit login. Then I'm going to provide incorrect username and incorrect password. Hit login button. Here it says username is invalid. So I'm going to put assert on this text. First of all, I'm going to wait for this text to be present and then I'm going to add assert for verifying this text. I hope Selenium IDE recorded all these steps. Now let me validate it. I see all the steps are recorded successfully. Let me stop recording. So we have opened the login screen, then then I'm going to type. So I had to first click in the text box. So it captured click and type. That's okay. Let's run and validate this script. Okay, so the test script is passed successfully. Now if you compare both of these scripts, right, login and unsuccessful login, it has recorded same steps for for opening a login screen, then entering username password, then hit login button. So this is where test case reuse concept comes into picture. Now let us save the unsuccessful login. Let me go to test suites. In our default test suite, I see only one script. Uh, you can click on the three dots next to default suite and you can click on add tests. So here I see unsuccessful login. Let me add this unsuccessful login script to default suite. Now here what I'm going to do next is create a new suite. Let us say login underscore module. Now I'm going to move both of these script under login model. But I want to reuse the test. So what I'm going to do is duplicate the login script. let me go to test. I have an option to duplicate the script. So this duplicated script, I will save it and I will move this to our default suite. Let me go to default suite, add, click on login 1. So what I'm doing here is our reusable script is login curly braces 1. Now let me save this. Let's go to test again. Let me rename this test login reuse. So in this, what I'm going to do is keep the login steps and remove the assertion steps. So I'm going to delete step number 6, 7, and 8. Now this script only includes the steps for opening a login page, entering username and password, and then click on login button. So as this is a reusable script, right, we need to parameterize it in order to pass different usernames and passwords, right? So in order to do that, we need to use variable names, right? So if you click on this step number 3, you see the command is type, target is the CSS locator, and then value is Tom Smith. Instead of Tom Smith, we need to parameterize it. So the variable name, I would say, I will use the variable name as username. And for password, I will use variable name as password. Then let me go to login script. Now in this script, what I'm going to do is instead of having all these steps, I'm going to delete all these steps and keep only the assertion steps. In order to successfully run the script, we need to add 3 commands. One for storing the actual username in the username variable. Second for storing the actual password in the password variable. And the third command for calling the login reuse script. So in order to store the variable name, we need to use store command. Target value is Tom Smith and the variable name is username. Similarly, we need to store the target value, that is super secret password, and the variable name is password. Now we are good to call the run command to run our login reuse script. Let me save this. Now if you go to login script, I forgot to mention one thing. We need to wrap these variables in order to use the actual variable value. So if I do not wrap this variable, then it will consider this is the actual test. So in order to use the variable value, we need to wrap the variable names in $curly braces. Similarly, curly braces for password. Okay, I think we are good to run our login script. Let us run it and see. Okay, it successfully used the variables and it successfully logged into the application. Now we can see our login script is successfully passed and we have successfully reused the login script. Now let's go to unsuccessful login. Here also we need to do the same thing. Let's remove these repetitive steps from here and let me add 3 more commands for calling the login reuse script. So first command is again storing the incorrect value. I'm using incorrect value and the variable name is again username. Similarly, I will use store command for storing the password and let's call our reuse script, that is login underscore reuse. Login underscore reuse. Let me save this. I think our unsuccessful login script is also ready. Let us run and validate. Okay, so unsuccessful login script is also successfully passed. It has successfully verified the text your username is invalid. Let me go to suites. So under suites section, you can see under default suite, we have reusable login script, and under login module suite, we have 2 scripts for successful login and unsuccessful login. Let me rename the script for better understanding. I will rename it as successful login. Now this makes more sense. That's all for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon for another lesson.